okay, I got it. Okay, but before I start, I need you to do something first. I need you to stop crying. Good. Arthur's amazing gifts. Maybe that speed shouldn't just belong to us anymore. I'm gonna do the choosing. But their names.
I just had some car trouble this morning. No.
Jess Chambers.
And that was I clipped, cobbled together, spliced together the last 2 or 3 minutes of the Flash TV show. So I didn't get to watch, my TV died. I think I told you in an earlier post, my TV fucking died. So I didn't get to watch it. I do have the CW app, and I could watch the last episodes of Flash if I want to. I'm not really wanting to at this time. Maybe I'll do it later. I don't miss it. After Arrow, there was no point to watch. After the Crisis on Infinite Earths, after Arrow, there was no point in watching this. Even for the sake of watching Ezra Miller as Flash for like a few seconds in Crisis, it was like... And it was kind of sad there was no TV connection in the movie. But we got some sort of connection. At least Grant Gustin's Flash and Ezra Miller's Flash met, right? But everything died. I mean... Whatever happened to the Legends of Tomorrow? I talked about that a long time ago. People hated that video. More people downvoted that video. And that was before they hit the dislikes. But I know more people hated that video. But let me tell you, it just wasn't the same show. After season 2 or 3, it was dead. Flash died, I think, after the first couple of seasons. Arrow, after Felicity, Ollie, it was dying off. I mean, the 5 years... were really important. I remember watching, somebody had cobbled together all the flashbacks of Arrow into one, movie. And then Warner Brothers no, you can't do that, and shut that down, blocked the videos. But I did get to watch all the flashbacks. And it made sense. It really was I liked watching that prequel to how Oliver becomes Oliver the Green Arrow. What else? What other shows we had? Black Lightning, wasn't impressed by Black Lightning. I just, I like Static Shock. I don't mind. I like black superheroes, but Steel. But, and we'll get into that in a bit. But, I mean, not necessarily Shaq Steel. And I always thought because of John Bodignav or Dennis Jank's art, or Louise Simonson's art, that I thought Shaquille O'Neal had made a great Steel back in 1992 or 3 when I saw the art. I was like, well, I guess I was wrong. And there's Superman and Lois, but that's a different continuity, isn't it? But Supergirl, that didn't do so well. Supergirl did not do well after a while. I miss the Arrowverse in the first, I will say, let's see, when did it start out? 2012? Yeah? Or 2011? 2012. 2012? I think it was 2012. It was there was a big old year skip between Smallville's ending and then Arrow's beginning. So it started out in 2012. So I missed the first 5 years of Arrowverse, and then some of the crossovers, the ones with the Nazi superheroes were stupid. It's if you don't know how to write a story, just write Nazis and kill the Nazis. Ooh, it's easy. Yeah, for 5-year-olds. But I'm an adult. I think, I did enjoy the Flash movie. I did enjoy Birds of Prey. I did enjoy Aquaman. I mean, Aquaman was an exciting movie. And I think what made it even more exciting was Zack Snyder's Justice League, which sort of predates it, right? We're supposed to. But after that, my excitement kind of went down. I still enjoy Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I did enjoy the Batman, the newest version. And I did enjoy... We still have to watch the Joker Folie à Deux, Madness for Two next year. And I did enjoy the first Joker movie. But, yeah, it's not the same as it was. It really wasn't. I mean, just those first 5 years when you had everybody, all the people you see here, everybody that you see here, up through Supergirl, and maybe before Black Lightning showed up, everybody here you really paid attention. The writing started to get sour because they had to have so many CW hot for each other relationships and whiny drama that really bogged it down. I think one person said when they had expectations for the last 1 or 2 seasons of Smallville, it's like let the main characters, let the actors have fun being heroes. And there was a lot of drama to be had. I mean, some moments where Oliver fights Ra's al Ghul, or Damien Dark, or Deathstroke, or even the guy that had a grudge against him in year 5. I even wanted to see Green Arrow and the Black Canaries. And somebody said, whoa, who's going to fail? Who's not going to do work? And Batwoman was cocked better? Really? I don't think so. 3 seasons wasn't great. It was a nice run. But I would say if you had to choose between 3 seasons of Batwoman and 3 seasons of Hannibal, well, I think you could choose Hannibal. And by the way, before you think that's too extreme, there were a lot of white girls, hot white girls, jumping up and down at conventions for Hannibal. So you tell me, if you told these white teenage girls, oh, would you rather see Batwoman representation, or would you rather see Hannibal? Hannibal! I've watched the DVD extras. I know those girls jumped up and down for fucking Hannibal. And I love that show. And I think it ended when it was supposed to end. It was perfect. 3 seasons the way it was good. It was on a Friday. It was on the death slot, but it was great. I liked the original Legends of Tomorrow. And you had more characters. But characters started leaving the show. What the hell? Batwoman was dead on arrival. It just wasn't meant to be. So, good riddance to Arrowverse. It was just dead. Naomi wasn't going to save it. Nothing was going to save it. But you say, well, at least there's remnants of this. I mean, from Supergirl, you would have Superman and Lois. And from Superman and Lois, you think, okay, it's going to be great. You know, it's going to be Superman as a father with 2 boys in Smallville, I guess. Kind of like a Smallville continuation, but not. Except that Tom Welling was with them in the crisis. But then a couple of things. One was that you had Sam Lane and the writers and the showrunners saying, okay, this is a different continuity. And then what happens? Now we find out early as yesterday that a lot of actors, including the actor who plays Sam Lane, right? The mom, the dad, so the Langs, or I think they're not called the Langs, they're called something else. So Indy Navarrete, you see here, who played Jordan's girlfriend. So Jordan's girlfriend is gone, okay? John Henry Irons is gone, and so is Natasha. The one that runs the local newspaper in Smallville. She's gone. All the secondary characters are gone. The only ones that are left is Lois, Superman, and Jordan and Jonathan Kent. And maybe the family dog, if there's a family dog. And they're going back to Metropolis? Okay. So, I know Eric Reloaded talked about this, and I'm just like, what's going on? Now, he might think this is bad. I think this might be course correcting. They might be trying to make it more comic book. Because I think that I have to watch some clips on YouTube, however I watch it, to see if Lex Luthor, this is not, since this is a new canon, this is not John Cryer. This is somebody else. And this Lex Luthor, I saw pictures, I was like, wow, he's got a beard. It looks like Viking Luthor. It's Viking Luthor. You know, it's like, what is this guy? This guy looks like he's been to a couple of heavy metal bands. He's not going to take shit from people, is he? I gotta watch some of him in motion here and see what that looks like. Because if this Luthor looks like a badass alpha male is going to like kick the shit out of Superman somehow, I would like to see season 4 and see what that looks like. Or season 5. I think it's season 4. I don't think they're that far ahead. So that happened. And what else happened besides the fact that they butchered the cast? They got rid of a lot of these people. What happens is, if we can go to the last part of this, what was the last nail in the coffin here? Gotham Knights. Can we read that? Let's read that. Gotham Knights showrunners canceled CW drama will not be saved. And I saw a picture of Harvey Dent. Misha Collins showed off a sort of a, what I would call a, what do I call it? It's a Dark Knight tribute to when Aaron Eckhart did the Two-Face, where he's like part in camera and part in the shade or whatever. And, you know, I believe in Harvey Dent kind of thing. And he's like, oh, yeah, looking forward to the next episode. And I was like, okay, Gotham Knights is doing well, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. You saw my 1 minute review, less than 1 minute. You already know where I was on that. I was like, no, thanks. Oh, who wants Cadbury chocolate caramellos down there? I think that's been around for a long time. Anyway, was not impressed by it, will never be impressed by it, and that's it. And you can say, well, they got some work to do to make better seasons, but that's just, you got to have something established. And all those kids were just goofy kids that were kind of hot for each other, look like actors trying to be superheroes. I get worried that we get too many glamorous actors and not enough realism. Like, you could tell when someone's not an actor when they're talking, like Dave Thomas, who did Wendy's Burgers. He just talked normal. He didn't try to talk like an actor. He just talked normal. He didn't act out a character. I just want to see less stereotypes. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dumb, but I want to be amazed. I don't want to see the same things. So they run themselves into a hole. It's hard to get rid of Superman. It really is hard to get rid of. If Batman was in this, if Bruce Wayne Batman was in this, but they killed him in such a shitty way that I didn't give a damn anymore about what was happening. I could have cared less. So yeah. So that's it. Rest in peace to the DC TV. I will try to watch the new Superman and Lois episode. I'll try to catch the last Flash. I would actually try to watch episodes of Krypton. I heard it was not that good, but I'll try to watch those anyway, whether it's on the CW app or I pay for the seasons on YouTube. I think it's just safe to say that things are changing for the better. I don't know. But my excitement has kind of dropped off after Zack Snyder's Justice League. Not because that movie wasn't good. It was very good. It's just that it's hard to top that movie, that 4-hour movie. I'm not sure when the DC Trinity Justice League versus Mongol is supposed to come out. I will try to review that. If I can buy it and watch it somehow without using a Blu-ray disc, I will do so, and I will review it. And I'm going to guess, based on those reviews, I will not compare this to a certain Action Comics series that ran for about a year, but I'll look at it anyway. If you like this video, you know what to do. Up, and away to better days.